Good day to all! This is Sir Ken again for another learning in Earth and Life Science for grade 11. Today, we're now on Module 4, which is all about rocks. After going through this module, you are expected to identify the three types of rocks, classify rocks as to igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic rocks, and appreciate the importance of rocks in our daily life. The competency covered is classify rocks into igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. Let's now begin our lesson. In this slide, we have two pictures. The two pictures are different, but they have the same name or term. They are both called rock. The first picture is rock as a music genre or type, while the second picture is rock as an object. For this module, we will talk about rock, the object. Earth is a solid rock to a depth of 2,900 kilometers. Where mantle meets the liquid outer core. A rock is a naturally occurring solid aggregate of one or more minerals. The aggregate minerals formed in the rocks are held together by chemical bonds. Grains can be different in color, texture, and sizes. Geologists then group rocks into three categories based on how the rocks form: igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic rock. Petrology is the scientific study of rocks. Petrologists classify rocks based on how they were formed. So, we will classify rocks based not only on their appearance, but mainly on how they are formed. These are now the three types of rocks. The first type is known as the igneous rock. Igneous rocks form from hardening and crystallization of magma or molten material that originates deep within the earth. There are two types of igneous rock based on where they were formed. The first one is extrusive or volcanic rock. This means it forms when magma makes its way to Earth's surface as lava then cools. The crystals are very small, fine-grained since the cooling process is fast. So one example of an extrusive or volcanic rock is basalt. The second one is what they call the intrusive or the plutonic igneous rock. It cools slowly beneath the Earth's surface and are created by magma. The intrusive igneous rocks have very large crystals or coarse-grained. One example is called a gabbro. So based on the two types of igneous rocks, they are based on where they form. Igneous rocks form outside or on the surface of the earth is called extrusive or volcanic rocks, while rocks formed within the earth's surface or earth's interior is called the intrusive or plutonic rocks. Igneous rocks are classified based on composition. A felsic is light in color. Examples are feldspar and silicates. A mafic is dark in color, made up of magnesium and iron. An intermediate, of course, is between a mafic and felsic. Ultramafic, that is beyond a mafic or a very dark color igneous rock. It can also be classified based on texture, overall appearance of rock. If it is a fine grain, it is called aphanistic. If it is a coarse grain, it is called phaneritic. A porphyritic rock is a large crystals with small crystals. A glassy rock is non-ordered solid from rapid quenching. Pyroclastic is a composite of ejected fragments. Examples of pyroclastic are obsidian, pumice, basalt, granite, diorite, and gabbro. These are the different examples of igneous rocks. As you can see, it seems that they are formed from magma or molten rocks and then hardens as it solidifies and cools on the Earth's surface. The second type of rock are called the metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks forms from pre-existing rocks, either in metamorphic or another metamorphic, igneous rocks, or sedimentary rocks. Examples of metamorphic rocks are quartzite, marble, slate, and phyllite. Metamorphic rocks are classified based on the texture, which refers to the size, arrangement, and grains within the rock. Foliation is any planar arrangement of mineral grains or structural features within the rock. A foliated appeared banded or layered, contains crystal. Example is a mica. A non-foliated is made of only few minerals. Example is a gabbro. Metamorphism is the process or the transformation of one rock type to another. It is like the metamorphism or metamorphosis in a butterfly. There are two types of metamorphism. The first one is a regional. This is due to changes in pressure and temperature over large region of the crust. The second one is a contact, mainly by heat due to contact with magma. Examples of metamorphic rocks are presented here. As you can see, some rocks seems to be a sedimentary rock and some rocks seem to be an igneous rock because they are formed from other types of rocks. And lastly, the third type of rock is what we call the sedimentary rocks. The sedimentary rocks are very important because they provide information about the surface condition that existed in the Earth's past. Why do you think they are called sedimentary rocks? Look at the picture. As you can see, it seems that they are layers of rocks that topple each other. That's why they are called sedimentary rocks from the word sediments. Particles of sand, shells, pebbles, and other fragments of materials called sediments accumulate in layers and over a long period of time harden into rocks. Compaction, this is due to the increase of pressure of layered sediments. It bind together to form the sedimentary rocks. As you can see, sedimentary rocks is like in our a snack or a kakanin known as sapin-sapin. There are three types of sedimentary rocks. First one, clastic sedimentary rock. They are formed from accumulation of clasts. These are the little pieces of broken rocks and shells. Examples are conglomerate, breccia or breccia, sandstone, and shale. This is a type of a clastic sedimentary rock. Another type of sedimentary rock is known as a chemical sedimentary rock. Of course, when we say chemical, it's something to do with the substance or the chemicals. It is formed when dissolved minerals precipitate from a solution. Example is a halite, formed when a body of seawater becomes closed off and evaporates. This is an example of a chemical sedimentary rocks. As you can see, it seems like a salt crystal. And the third type of sedimentary rocks is anorganic sedimentary rocks. From the word organic, this is the rock formed from the accumulation of animal debris or organic matter or matter that contains carbon, which is a very important component of life. Example is coal, which is used in what we call a fossil fuel. It is composed of organic matter in the form of plant fragments. This is a picture of a coal. Now, for this activity, you will identify and classify the types of rocks below as to igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic rock. This is a picture of the rocks. You will be given 5 minutes to identify each rock. Your time starts now. Okay, time's up. We will now reveal the answers in this activity. So the first rock is a sedimentary rock. The second one is another sedimentary rock. The third one is a metamorphic rock. The fourth one is sedimentary rock, and of course the fifth one is an igneous rock. Do you also get the correct answer? Very good. For the next activity, fill in a table by providing basic information about the types of rocks. You may refer to the words in the box below, or you can take it from our previous slides in this presentation. This is the table. You have to support the types, examples, and the process of formation of the 3 types of rocks. You will be given 5 minutes to answer it. Time is up. Let us now answer or complete the table. For igneous rock, the types are intrusive and extrusive. Examples: obsidian, granite, basalt, and pumice. The process of formation is crystallization and cooling. For sedimentary rock, the types are clastic and non-clastic. Examples are breccia or breccia and conglomerate. The process of formation is known as compaction, lithification, and cementation. For metamorphic rock, the types are contact, regional metamorphism. Examples are limestone and sandstone. And the process of formation is metamorphism. Use this table to memorize the difference between an igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic rocks. And by that, for your performance task, fill in the Venn diagram to determine the similarities and differences of the three types of rocks. You may now screenshot the slide for you to able to answer it. Let's now have our post-assessment. We have 5 multiple choice questions, and each questions will be given 5 seconds for you to answer. The first question is, petrologist classifies rocks based on how they were formed. What is the branch that deals with the study of rocks? Is it A, biology, B, geology, C, paleontology, or D, petrology? The correct answer is letter D, petrology. Igneous rocks divides into two groups, intrusive and extrusive. Extrusive igneous rocks form when magma makes its way to its surface, as lava and the cools, forming rocks. Which of the following will be the characteristics of the crystals? Is it A, crystals are coarse-grained, B, crystals are fine-grained, C, crystals are very large, or D, crystals are phaneritic? Correct answer is letter B. Crystals are fine-grained. Third question. What types of rocks are formed from sediments over long period of time? Is it A, igneous rock, B, sedimentary rocks, C, metamorphic rocks, or D, minerals? Correct answer is letter B, sedimentary rocks. Next question. A rock that forms as magma hardens beneath Earth's surface is called is it A, an intrusive metamorphic rock, B, extrusive sedimentary rock, C, intrusive igneous rock, or D, extrusive igneous rock? Correct answer is letter C, intrusive igneous rock. Which of the following is true about rocks? Is it A, rocks are composed of only one mineral, B, most of rocks are a mixture of minerals, C, rocks do not contain minerals, or D, coal is not considered a rock? Correct answer is letter B. Most rocks are a mixture of minerals. And that ends our lesson for Module 4, which is about rocks. We learned that rocks can be classified according to the process of how they were formed. They can be igneous rock, metamorphic rock, or sedimentary rocks. And within those types of rocks, we can classify them according to the composition and texture. We will now end this module, and I'll see you on Module 5. Si Sir Ken, Wishing you a good day and God bless.